If you're anything like me, you own a swath of different domain names, all for various businesses you are going to start in your e-commerce career. But when it comes to an Amazon FBA business, how many domain names do you actually need? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you. Now, if you like this kind of information where I'm helping you build your own e-commerce business right here in Australia, be sure to give this video thumbs up. That way I'll know you want more information just like this. Also, you should subscribe to my YouTube channel because we post brand new money-making information just like this each and every day. If you've got any questions for me, comment below. I'll answer for you personally. With that being said, let's go. If you're selling toys, which is what Cindy sells, you may have seen Cindy's video. She's got a great balloon bubble gun, not gum, toy. How many different kinds of domain names should I have and why? So I think that all entrepreneurs ought to get into the habit, because it's actually a really good habit to get into, of buying domain names for businesses and brands that they're thinking about starting. And the reason for that is there is a lot of forward momentum that is created by taking a micro commitment, like buying a domain name for a business, okay? Oftentimes, one of the most important things about starting a business is starting. It's actually just doing something that tells your brain, I'm serious, I want to get moving, okay? So you often find entrepreneurs, and you guys may be as guilty of this as I am, have got heaps of domain names for businesses that they want to start, like little flashes of brilliance. Oh, I'm going to do, you know, whatever it is, I've got no idea, but I'm going to do that. That's going to be something I'm going to do. And I'm going to get the domain name right now. I do it all the time. I still do it now. And so, you know, we ought to be in like a little support group for domain name owners. But how many do you actually need? So I think that depends on your strategy. And I'll give you a few different ways of thinking about that. So if I had a strategy, like for instance, feel free to post in the chat, by the way, how many domain names you have. It will be hilarious to see. If you have a strategy like Procter & Gamble, for instance, you should study Procter & Gamble. They are the biggest, or certainly one of the biggest, one or two, consumer goods marketing company in the world. Their marketing is second to none. Some of the smartest marketers in the world work at Procter & Gamble. I have got a book somewhere there all about Procter & Gamble marketing. But anyway, so you should study them, by the way. But look at what they do. So they've got their company that owns the brands. One of the brands, for instance, is Aussie Hair Care. Okay, so clearly they should have their company name, which is a brand in and of itself, Procter & Gamble, P&G. They should have that as a domain name. And then they should also have this Aussie as well. What an incredible domain name to own, Aussie.com. They should have that as well, because that's the product range that they're selling. They could also have as well within that, if some of the products that they sell, like, I don't know what these guys sell, Miracle Moist, which sounds quite dirty, we won't focus on that one, Total Miracle, or the Instant Freeze, whatever it may be. But those kind of product names, well, there's a good argument to be made for owning those domain names too, okay? Because at some point in the future, you might want to do something with those product names. A lot of domain squatters will buy up those kind of domains, so that if you ever decide in the future, oh, I do want to build out a separate website just for my Miracle Moist, then all of a sudden you find out somebody else owns it, and you've got to pay a lot more to acquire it, okay? So there's value in doing that as well. But I think at the very, very least, what I would do if I was you is, well, what I do at the very, very least is I buy the brand name, whatever it may be, Oodle Food, although I have gone insane with Oodle Food. I buy the brand name and I buy it as a .com and as also as a .com.au, okay? So next question, where do I buy my domain names? Any .com.au domain names, I buy them from Crazy Domains. By the way, to buy a .com.au domain name, you need an ABN. You may not realize that, but you do need an ABN to do that. So I get them from Crazy Domains. It is not the cheapest place, but it's worth the few dollars more you pay because their customer service is all based in Australia and it is first rate. So if there's any problems with anything at all, or you've just got questions, how do I use Google Apps with this? They're brilliant, okay? So it's worth paying a couple of dollars extra, and that's all it is to use this company. I'm not an affiliate for them for that. It's just they're really good. So I buy my .com.au there. Everything else I buy here, Namecheap, okay? That's where I get my stuff from. So that's what I do. I think that's probably the best way of handling it as well. And you know, there's these lines on my screen. There's a good argument to be made for getting other country domain names as well, but you know, you can probably do that once you see that your business is quote unquote successful, like you've got product to market fit. Then you might develop a little bit of megalomania, which I always do, and then you want to get the .co.uk. You might want to get the .nz, wherever you feel like you're going to, you know, expand to. Hi, this is Neil from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing e-commerce community right here in Australia. 2,500 members and growing, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, and of course to come and join us, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. That link is below in the description, and I will see you on the inside.